Hello guys, and welcome to another tutorial video from Blade on mech. This is my second video this week on how to beat mech as Zerg, and this is going to be versus the same player, Quantic Hashe, as I was told it was pronounced, where he goes mech, and I fight it differently than the first game that I showcased. I use Muta, Roach, and then Infestor. It's a different style, but it's actually pretty effective if you do it properly by not mismicroing the mutas at all and letting Thors hit them. So, without further ado, let's begin the game. So, this map is shakuras plateau. It's not really used anymore in tournaments or anything, but whatever. So, it's just going to be standard opening, 15 pool, or not 15 pool, 15 hatch, 15 pool, 16 pool if I see the gas, 10 drone scout to see possible racks, and yeah. But so the point of the build you will see this game is I'm going to get a lot of mutas. I think it's about, I want to say 18 or so, maybe even more, and try not to let your you can actually try that. I've actually done that, and it's actually pretty effective if you hide the mutas so your opponent doesn't know how many you have, and then you just come out of nowhere. It's actually kind of fun to do too. It's actually very effective, but don't want to clump them up, and you want to get all the Thors out of the way, and then just attack with roaches, muta. It's a little harder for Terran, I feel, to just, because when they face Infestor play, they can make just a ton of tanks and few Thors. But with lots of mutas, they have to make a good amount of Thors, and yeah, so it makes less tanks, so you can make a lot of roaches with mutas, and I find it very powerful. I'm just scattering the watchtowers to see for possible proxy locations. Obviously none are coming, just standard play. Since the patch, you can actually make the Overlord go over here, and I forget that, that's why I was going to go back, but so it's nice. Marine won't get out in time to kill it, and it's good to have it here because then you can check when his expansion comes down, and then you can sacrifice and get some knowledge as well. Looks like my internet died. Not a big deal, obviously. Anyway, standard play. He hasn't taken his gas yet because he's going to do 1 Rax FE. And I'm keeping this here because I don't know what he's doing. He could be doing a proxy second Rax or any of that. Obviously he's not, but I don't know that. So I see the SCV, but nothing else. I'm like, okay, I'll bring it back. And I haven't seen the expansion yet, but I do check right now, as you can see. And that means no pressure's on the way. So the build in general is, it's going to be 4 Queen, as you will notice. That's kind of the standard now in ZVT. It's pretty good, and Terrans think Hellions are like really bad now, so they stopped making them. Like typical reactor Hellion's gone now. Works for me. As you see, and then I start my gas once I start the other 2 queens. So once I get my 4th queen going, I get my first gas, and I don't take the other 2 until I start my 3rd base. And I made 6 slings to try to do pressure, but obviously bunker finishes, so can't do any pressure. Sorry about that interruption. As you can see, though, the bunker gets done, so these 6 slings won't do anything. But Terrans nowadays have been being super greedy, and they're like sometimes skipping that bunker, and 8 lings will kind of win you the game. I've actually won quite a few games doing that. It's kind of funny. And I do kill this because I don't want him to know when I take my 3rd. And then taking control of the watchtowers, as you should always do. And look at that. 4th queen starts, gas starts, and I go to take my 3rd soon. And as you can see, he's going reactor Hellion, but there's no point in, when you see the expansion, there's no point in sacrificing Overlord right now. You won't see anything. So you want to wait. And what I do is, so I do 1 inject on the normal 2 queens, and then I do creep tumor for both, and then the ones that come out will do the inject. solid method. Gets creep to your net over here, and there's my roach warren. Roach warren's still good. I still get my roaches. They're a great early game unit. Bad mid game or late game, unless you're facing mech. Then it's not a bad unit to mass later on. And this is about the perfect timing, 6:30 to sacrifice, kind of see what he's up to. So this kind of indicates Banshee, Tech Lab, Starport. This is pretty normal play nowadays. Terrans like to go Banshees now. I don't think I see this third command center. Nope, I don't. But he's going to be super greedy, but he's going to get away with it. Spreading my creep. And, yep. So I take my third. This will hit before Banshees come out, or I should say Cloak Banshees. So this will finish before Cloak Banshees so I can get spores up in time. And I'm not and yeah, so then I take the other 4 gases, and I normally will start 1-1, carapace and melee, before going lair. And I'm making some roaches because I see the Hellions. I don't remember if he gets cloaked this game. I'm gonna obviously not, because he doesn't, not researching it yet. So I make spores because I do know he's going Banshee. I don't know if it's cloak or not, so getting the spores is good. Just get at least 1. Start my lair. In this game I don't get the upgrade before, but that's because there was Banshees and I was like, okay, don't want to do anything dumb. Oh shit, I need to turn down the sound. My bad. And I have these queens to go attack the Banshee if it comes, and now I see this third. I see this. But you can't really punish it because tank's on the high ground and then this. So I kind of try, but it's just a big fail. I don't know, it's always kind of uncomfortable when you see a Terran do this and you can't really stop it. But oh well. So yeah, he's just preparing for his mech. These Hellions sneak by and they're going to kill these 3 drones. I start carapace, I'm going to start melee with this, and I should be getting my Spire soon. And there it is. Does he have an... Yep. So I think he starts with Thors, yep. Thors are a really strong unit. It's actually kind of crazy how powerful they are sometimes. Now when you see this third, I can drone more heavily than normal because he can't put pressure. When a Terran takes a fast third like this, he can't pressure you. Well, by pressure I mean like with an army that can kill you. He can Hellion harass, but that's it. Now, here's these 2 Banshees. They're going to come and do some damage, but I don't think they do too much. These Hellions do, though. Because my roaches are out of position. I think I lose most of these drones, which is unfortunate and a mistake. I should have Burrow, but I forget it sometimes. Burrow's very good. It allows you to, you know, burrow and force him to use, like, scan. And you'll notice he makes that a PF. Creep spread's doing okay. It should be better, but... Yep. So, I lost a lot of drones. He's ahead, I would say, for sure. He's killed a lot of drones. I haven't been able to be as greedy as I wanted. So, he's definitely ahead right now, but I started my meter production. I should start +2 carapace soon. And yeah, right now just kind of, I should have droned heavier, but I didn't this game. Didn't drone as heavy as I should have when I saw this fast third. But yeah, so my meters are out. There's no point in flying in with just 6 mutas, especially versus mech. I know he has Thors out and turrets. I think I poked in, but nope, haven't poked in yet. Mutas aren't expected to do damage anymore. They never were. And I think I almost lose one, but yeah. Don't go mutas expecting to do economic damage. You shouldn't, unless the Terran's bad. Or you catch him off guard because he thinks you're going infestors for some reason. But as you'll notice, I'm just continuously making mutas. I'm droning a bit as well while taking my 4th. And he's being super greedy, as you'll see. He's taking a 4th. He's just turtling. And that's just... And I think I do see this 4th CC. I see it floating, and I'm like, oh shit, I better kill him. Or at least do damage. And I have, let's see, I have 16 mutas. Which, I mean, mutas are good. Do not underestimate mutas. As long as you spread them, obviously. If you clump them, 4 Thors they'll evaporate, and then you'll be like, ah shit, I lose. So that's the only problem with mutas. It's a lot easier to lose. And I now have 18 mutas. And so I see this 4th CC, and I'm like, okay, he's being greedy. There's my roachling. Oh, whoops. And I'm making a bunch of units. There's my roach, and then I attack. I spread pretty effectively, so I can take out the Thor. Thors are what I'm trying to get rid of, as you can see. Once the Thors are gone, I mean, I have still quite a few mutas. And he loses his whole army. Tanks are gone. And as long as that turret's gone, and so this is what I do. I pull these roaches back, because repair with this will just kill them all. So I'm just going to have my mutas focus this. These are just going to chill, waiting to see if he throws Thors down here or something. But he can't, not without losing everything. And he did a little Hellion drop here, which actually did quite a bit of damage, killed all my drones. So I pulled some SCVs, but I mean, I'm ahead now. I'm taking out his 3rd. There's really not much you can do. I'm going Hive. Killed his army. Have a ton of mutas, and he can repair, but he can't. I'm out of range. And as you can see, he loses all these SCVs. He's going to lose this, because he doesn't have the army to move down, because I'm being smart. Roaches would intercept it, and he would lose. And now, rather than take a chance of throwing my lead, I pull back, I tech up, and I'm going to go mutas. As you see, I'm 2-2. I'm getting the infestor transition out, but I forgot the upgrades because I'm more focused on getting hive tech. Getting the spines so that Hellions don't kill all my drones again, and I should have had this 4th base working a while ago. But it's fine because I did the damage I need. I took out his 3rd. Took out a lot of SCVs, so I'm definitely in the lead. Hive's finished. I should be starting this any second now. And then I'm just going to kind of chill and get Broodlords to finish him off. Now, he will have time to do one death push, but it shouldn't kill me. And I don't think I droned enough. Actually, I have 80 drones. Okay, never mind. Which is what you want. You want between 75 and 80 drones, is what I'd aim for. I'm just a little oversaturated at my main. And as you'll see, I'm just I have a lot of money banked up. This is again for Broodlords. Or possibly if I need to make a ton of roaches first push. And I'm just right now, I mean, I can't attack into this obviously. If I do, my army would evaporate. But if he moves out, I can engage. I should be doing flanking attack from like here, here, and here. Makes it easier. And I'm taking my 5th. He's trying another Hellion drop, which I see. And mutas are going to go kill it. There's not many drones here, so he honestly should have dropped here, but it didn't really matter either way. And here comes his push. I believe he knows I'm Hive. Yep. So Broodlords are incoming, but I'm maxed, so I can't make them. so I engage to go clean up supplies soon. And I mean, he's on 3 bases, he's going to try to take his 4th. I have a roach here to block that. I have a lot of creep, which he has done no attempt to deny. And so this part of the engagement, I'm not expected to win. I'm just going for the Thors so that my Broodlords can just crush this. That's why I'm focusing the Thors down. And as you'll see, 1 Thor survived and 2 Vikings. Making Corruptors to support my Broodlords. And I think I just skimped Infestors this game, which is kind of bad, but not the biggest deal. Because Broodlords are just going to finish this off. I have Corruptors for the Vikings. Ton of Roachling coming out. And from there on, he kind of lost, because, again, he's still on that... He can't take his 4th. He's got plenty of minerals, but lowish gas. And he can't really support mass Viking production and ground support. So this Broodlord Corruptor, Ling, Roach push is just going to kind of kill him. And getting Infestors now. Those should have been out sooner, but I went heavy mutas, so it's not too surprising. So I did a mistake here, as you'll see. I clumped up all the Broodlords, so the Thors did a ton of damage, more damage than they should have. And yeah, so pretty much I lost 3 to almost lost them all to the Thors. I do lose these, but it doesn't matter. His army's dead again. He's just starting mining his 4th. And I'm going to have a ton of roaches and lings in production. I'm just going to kill him with that. It's perfect. I just whittled down his army enough to where I needed to. So I don't need to make more Broodlords and give his army time to make more. So I can just kind of engage with this, kill any remaining army, and kill this 4th. And as you'll see, Corruptors are just for those Vikings to kill him. I'm going to take out his 4th. So he's essentially on 1 mining base, because he's almost mined out here. He's mined out at his main. Gases are almost out. And there's not really much he can do. I mean, his army's pretty weak. Infestors with Neural. And I'm just going to Neural those, fungal him, and I just kind of win here. There's not much he could have done. And that's the game. In general, this showcased that I do believe mutas can be good versus mech, kind of like Brood War. If any of you played Brood War, that's how you played versus mech, was you would go mass muta, and then mass hydralisks, mass hydra muta. I mean, you do all that stuff, and that's how you would kind of fight it. You do tech switches, and that's what you should be doing against mech. With flanking as well. You should be doing, you know, roach attack here, roach here, attack. Mutas, and then if you lose all your mutas and have Roachling, and he has a bunch of tanks, transit, make a lot of mutas. Make a round of mutas. Just keep tech switching. It's a lot easier for Zerg than it is for Terran. Believe that's it. So, hope you guys learned some more about mech. My next video will be versus Protoss. And I'm going to be showcasing a muta build. Nestie's muta build from GSL. That's actually very powerful. And, yep, that's about it. So, Twitter, Blade35s, or you can watch me stream at twitch.tv, Blade5555555s. Thanks for watching, guys.